It's a rebut. Like you explained my motive. I do not know anyone by the name of Knightley. We share no connection. This is not true. We know this to be the case. You didn't know Knightley. It's not like you to say something like that. You overestimate me considerably. You have such a hard time arresting me in the past. I've already looked into it. You are the prison supplier. Naturally, you would have known about the other prisoners. Hearing one thing and knowing 10 is just an ideal. It's true, I do hear things. However, that doesn't mean I know everything. I never heard of anyone named Knightley. Okay, but he has. You do share a connection, specifically with the chess stuff. Like a look here specifically. It's this. This is Knightley's memo. I just don't see how it cannot be connected, you know? You lost your touch, Sean Dogen. If you had your dog clean up after you, you should have disposed of this too. This is a record of the correspondent chess game found in the victim's cell. This record, and the chessboard in your cell, both clearly depict the same game. What? I've heard that the number of possible chess positions is around 10 and 120th. 10 by 10? 120 times? 100,000? Is that even a real number? Indeed. There's absolutely no way these two could have coincided by chance. Tell us your reason for killing Knightley. Unless you intend to explain this as a coincidence. Well, don't they say that the truth is stranger than fiction? It is as you said. It was merely a coincidence. But there's no way that could have happened. My correspondent chess opponent was the victim in this incident. What a horrible coincidence. Aren't you shocked too, Anubis? Looks like I'll have to tell them the truth. Anubis, my boy. Animal show or something. That was when everyone left. Anubis brought the body to my cell. He had already been stabbed in the neck with the murder weapon. I do not wish to be suspected, so I had Anubis carry the body to the workroom. After that, he pulled the murder weapon and returned it to me. So you're saying the one who pulled the weapon out was Anubis? That's right. If I pulled out the murder weapon here, the blood would have been a problem. Mr. Edgeworth, isn't this what the Shawit guy said? A large black dog was bited into the neck of a victim. What did you say? It was truly hellish sight. That dog killed him. I see. That means Shawit witnessed the moment the murder weapon was pulled out. Oh yes, that prisoner's testimony. It surprised me when I first heard it. Not often that any of us makes a blunder like that, right, boy? Now, I believe that explains my actions. I did not kill him. All I did was remove the murder weapon. Now, will that be all? Anubis is getting tired.
Objection.
Whoa there, just a moment, Mr. Dogen. Mr. Shields. Isn't there one thing you haven't explained? Why would you need to pull up the murder weapon in the first place? That's right. I understand why he moved the body to draw suspicion away from him. But he didn't need to retrieve the murder weapon. I thought him just a fool, but how quickly his scent has changed. Care to elaborate? Care to elaborate, Mr. Dogen? It was because of this bell. The bell attached to the murder weapon, and the bell on my dog's neck. They share a distinctive shape, wouldn't you say? The assassin Sirhan Dogen's trademark. An assassin's trademark? The blind assassin, Sirhan Dogen, he always appears at the sound of a bell. The sound of a bell ringing in the dark of night is said to be the last thing his target hears. You remember well. It has been a while since you last saw my bells, after all. When I prosecuted you in court, I confiscated a knife with a bell attached to it. Yes, my bells. There are only 2 in the world. Only 2? They're custom made, attached to my knife and Nubis's collar. Even though I could only rely on my ears, I can easily identify them. Alas, one of them has been confiscated and is not in my possession. Oh? When Anubis brought the body here, I heard a familiar sound. I thought my knife must have been embedded in the body. So imagine my confusion when I found out this was merely a chisel with my bell attached. Indeed, your knife is nothing like this chisel. Either way, those bells are my trademark. Moreover, I'm the one who, in this prison, who uses chisels. With all this, I knew I would be falsely suspected. So I removed the murder weapon and hid it. Yeah, I'm starting to think that he didn't do it, fam. I mean, I wasn't already thinking that he did it. And honestly, if you were to ask me, I have a pretty good idea of who the person is. And let's just say it's someone that cares a lot about things. So you're claiming that you only move the body? Didn't I tell you that chisel isn't mine? You think I'm lying? Go ahead and check for my fingerprints. Sebastian? Me? But how do I check for forensics? Yes, ma'am! Reaction! We have fingerprints. They're Knightley's. Justine? What about Dogen's? Nope, just Knightley's. And there's no evidence of prints being wiped either. Only Knightley's fingerprints. Can't be. Should we re-examine it? See now? I never even touched that chisel. Because I ordered Anubis to carry it in his mouth. In other words, the fingerprints belong to the chisel's original owner. The murder weapon's owner was the victim? This is perplexing. At any rate, I did not touch the murder weapon. In other words, the killer could not have been me. Isn't that right? I have nothing to refute that. How could this... Is he really not the killer? Could Dogen's testimony actually be true? This... be... It seems this is sufficient enough to not to warrant any further explanation. As it stands, you have not changed the state of this case. I believe this is more than enough reason for us to relieve you of your badge. To save any needless fuss, I suggest you hand over your badge now. This is bad, sir. They sound serious. It's regrettable, but those prints is decisive evidence. Not to rethink my logic from step one. But there are still many unexplained things. Why would Mr. Knightley be carrying a chisel? Would be used for many things. Perhaps even prison escapes. Well then, how did he carry it into the prison? I mean, the prisoners aren't even allowed a cutlery. Right, Mr. Edgeworth? Mr. Edgeworth? Your reasoning is off at first. You shouldn't let that confuse you. The most important thing is to arrive at the truth. Isn't that right? It doesn't matter how you get there. The end result is to save Simon. We have to do everything we can for his sake. Well said, Kay. Nice one, Kay. I really want to scout you out for the lot of him now. Remember when Uncle Ray said, a defense attorney never gives up? Miles, you understand the true meaning behind those words? The true meaning of those words. Defense attorneys carry the fate of decline on their shoulders. You're the only person your client can rely on. Just like with Mr. Keys, we're the only ones who could save him now. We are linked by fate to our client. That is why we must never give up. There's no way Uncle Ray could go against the teachings of Gregory. So, what will you do? Currently, I'm a defense attorney's assistant. No. An assistant at my father's firm. I've made a commitment to this case. Therefore, if I don't save my client, I cannot say I have achieved it. I will abide by this, to save Simon Keys. No matter how many times my logic fails, I will always find another possibility. Okay, you're finally back! Well then, let's search for the other possibility. To start with, do you think there was a way Mr. Knightley could have brought the chisel into the prison? The method Knightley used to bring the chisel into the prison was the chessboard. Normally, metal objects can't be brought into the detention center or the prison. They'd just be caught by the security gate. However, there is one way to avoid this, and that is if they're sent in a package at the detention center. That gate is only used on people. In other words, packages sent to the detention center undergo a simpler check. So they don't use a metal detector for that. This never would have happened. It seems the gods were just too careless. Knowing this, Knightley asked Simon to send him a package. Namely a chessboard containing the chisel. Now this has solved one of our problems. The fact that the chisel was not Mr. Dogen's, but Mr. Knightley's. Given this, one major issue remains. The security camera shows a dog attacking the victim. As long as that exists, I will maintain that Dogen is the killer. But Dogen never touched the murder weapon. I'm stumbled. We also desire a conclusion to this matter. Mr. Edgeworth, we can use one of my secret weapons, sir. Secret weapon number 4, the video analyzing machine. Mr. Analysis. What was that ridiculous name? I named it myself, sir. This will let us analyze video footage in detail. Go ahead. You'll soon see I'm not lying. I don't know what will come of this, but all we can do now is investigate. Mr. Edgeworth, do you know how to use Mr. Analysis? Video analysis machine. I hear how to use it. Fine. At the gumshoe, could you show me how to use it? Of course, sir. Fundamentally, it's the same as investigating a crime scene. You just examine anything that piques your interest. To examine, I just press that button. Now I'd like you to look at the buttons below the monitor. The left and right buttons will rewind and fast forward respectfully. Now the center button lets you pause the video. Let's make good use of it to advance our investigation, sir. To rewind and fast forward, I use the Y and A buttons. And to pause, I use that button. Well, pause, you can go to the previous frame or the next frame. You just use the same left and right buttons as before. Next, I'll examine how to zoom in. Just point the cursor at the area you want to zoom in on, and press the button on the upper left of Mr. Analysis. The one that says Zoom Plus. Seems like I can also use L button to zoom in. And after you're zoomed in, you can examine it just like you would the original image. Okay, we're definitely looking at that mirror. But you can't actually play back the video in this one, so keep that in mind. What should I do if I want to zoom out? Just press the top left button on the Mr. Analysis again, sir. Now we should say zoom minus. And that concludes the explanation, sir. Well then, let's turn on Mr. Analysis. Use Mr. Analysis to examine any suspicious part of the video, sir. This is a video from the detention center's camera. I believe this was the moment when Knightley was being attacked by the dog. If that wasn't the case, then what does it show? Is the person in this video really Knightley? And what is the true form of the black silhouette attacking this person? To check the video and try to find the answers to these two questions. There could be unexpected things in the unexpected places. But be sure to check every nook and cranny of the video, sir. What part of the video is strange? Zoom in. He's getting in? It looks like he got in somewhere. No, he got attacked. They got attacked here. Zoom in. Alright, we gotta zoom out real quick. Right here. See here, we gotta like just figure out where it is. Because I'm pretty sure the mirror is gonna be the point. Zoom in. What part of the video is strange? That's not strange. This is the whole thing. There was a big rush over here. I think we could see the blur. No. Zoom in. Bear? That looks like a bear. This is... I've made a grave miscalculation. This animal, this silhouette, no matter how you look at it, it is not a dog. This animal is a bear. From the silhouette I say, the animal is not a dog, but a bear. So then in the photo I took, those footprints must have belonged to this bear, yes? Did you say a bear? Yes, that man is the first to come to mind. Now that we know this black shadow isn't a dog, but a bear, there's a good possibility that the man being attacked is not Knightley. Whatever whatever could show that this man is a knightly should be somewhere in the video, wouldn't it, sir? His face is not visible. It would be difficult to get direct confirmation. However, perhaps this is something indirectly reflected. Something reflected? Hey, isn't there a mirror in the cell, sir? Indeed. That could be worth examining. Yeah, I knew the mirror was going to be important, but at what point in time? So, let's zoom in now. We don't have anything yet. So, back. Zoom in. Huh? What does that look like? You still can't really tell, but that looks different. Okay, zoom in again. It's just kind of whatever. That's really hard to determine whether or not there's a thing. I'm literally just gonna like see this bit by bit just to try to figure it out here. It's really hard. There's that, then there's the hand. It looks like it's a white hand. That's the thing that's like getting me on this. I still have my suspicion, but it's confusing. Let's see here, come on, show to mama. Get that frame by frame. Get that frame by frame. I guess we should just wait. There you go. Zoom in again? Oh. Examine. A reflection of this person can be seen in this mirror. Is that a cap on his head? Actually, it looks kind of like a caps the prison guards wear. Actually, it looks like Actually, it kind of looks like the caps the prison guards wear, sir. You don't think it was the guard who was attacked? You received a report of any guard being attacked by an animal? No, not that I've heard, sir. Then it was someone else wearing a guard's uniform. Let's see. I have evidence that shows what this cap is. It's from this, right? There was no report of a guard being attacked by an animal. However, we did hear that a guard's uniform was stolen. Putting two and two together, I'd say this was a disguise. For the purpose of a prison escape. Disguised as a guard? That sounds like it could have been successful, sir. Huh? Speaking of prison escapes. Indeed. That person certainly was successful. We were all under the impression that the person in this video was Knightley. But it's a cell after all. How would it be anyone else? That line of logic no longer holds. Remember the tunnel under his bed? It's possible whoever used this tunnel is the one in this video. It seems it's time to answer that question. Just who's the person in this video? The person in this video is... It would be Alberti. The person wearing the guard's uniform is... the escaped prisoner, J. Albert. The probability is extremely high. His pet is a polar bear cub. But the bear here is black! We have evidence that could explain this matter. The reason the polar bear became black is... it's the mud. It's the mud. Died instantly. Down near the body. The mud packs. Link back to Frank Shawitt's statement. That's the rubber glove I dropped. Where did the mud on this glove come from? Ah, that's the mud from my mud packs. At the time I was practicing applying my mud packs. Could you tell me when this took place on the day of the incident? Since the animal show had started, I say it was around 9 AM. The mud packs turned the animals' bodies pitch black, and my heart was pure white. It was totally engrossed with covering the animals in mud. During the animal show, Mr. Shawitt was applying mud packs to the animals. So then, among those animals was this polar bear. Yes. Prosecutor Edgeworth, there's a huge contradiction in your argument. The security camera footage. Judge Courtney, you're quite right. Shawitt used the mud packs during the animal show. Knowing this, a new contradiction in the video comes to light. A new contradiction? Hey, do you know when this footage was taken? It was after the mud packs were used. That would put it around 9 AM. In that case, you should notice something strange about this video. Huh? What's strange about it? The strange thing that contradicts the time this video was taken is... It's 2:27, I guess? It's the time. Oh yeah, it's early. The time Shawitt covered the polar bear in mud was around 9 AM, which means this video should also have been taken at 9 AM. However, the timestamp reads 6 AM. On that day, the prisoners went to the courtyard to watch the animal show. At this time, only 3 people remained behind. Dogen in his special cell, Shawitt in the workroom applying his mud packs, and the one who put his escape plan in motion at the moment, J. L. Bird. L. Bird left the polar bear in Shawitt's care and entered the secret tunnel. However, the bear escaped from Shawitt and followed after its owner. And just as he was chasing after the escaped bear, Shawitt happened to witness the dog pulling the murder weapon out of the body. If Shawitt's testimony is correct, this video must have been taken at around 9 AM. However, the timestamp is off by 3 hours. Why would the timestamp be off like that? Detective Gumshoe, I'd like you to examine the security camera. Sorry to keep you waiting, sir. I asked all the guards in. It seems the camera's power was cut off for a moment, throwing off the timestamp. What? The camera is an old model, so if it loses power, the clock stops as well. In that case, this means the camera's power was cut for 3 hours. Oh. Well, I'm at it. I got some more information for you, sir. You heard that Knightley denied stealing the key, right? Seems nobody would believe the words of a criminal, but Knightley testified I was knocked out too. That may not necessarily be a lie. My, there you all are! Making progress in your investigation. Can I be of any help? Actually, Warden Rowland, there's something we must report to you. The escaped prisoner, J.L. Bird, is most likely still inside the prison. He has disguised himself. Here is the proof. The person visible in the security video is Albert. So perhaps he's still in this very building.